Meanwhile, the 14-year-old alleged shooter of Wednesday's deadly attack at a Georgia high school and his father appearing in court this morning. 4 people died. 9 others were injured in the shooting at Appalachia High School in Winder, Georgia. Investigators say Colin Gray gave his son Colt Gray the AR-15 semi-automatic rifle used in the attack for Christmas, despite dire warnings. The case, of course, puts the spotlight on new efforts to hold parents accountable for mass shootings committed by their kids. Scott Broom is in Montgomery County this afternoon, where he spoke to the county state's attorney, John McCarthy, about the gravity of this Georgia case. Scott?
Well, it's the gravity of the Georgia case, but it reverberates around the nation. This increasing important focus on holding parents accountable. And here in Montgomery County, State's Attorney John McCarthy says that is top of mind now with police and prosecutors in any school shooting case and other types of cases. Here's a little bit of my conversation with McCarthy this afternoon here in Rockville.
So we look around the country and you look at parents being charged. You know, they're not purely being charged because their child goes out and commits a crime. They're being charged because they had a direct involvement in enabling the child to commit the crime by maybe in some sense arming them with the gun that commits the crime. So we're open to that. It is something that we have done with adults before.
McCarthy pointed out the charges against Georgia father Colin Gray came after allegations that he did buy his 14-year-old son an AR-15 semi-auto military-style rifle for Christmas after, importantly, investigators had interviewed the father and the son in an earlier case of his son allegedly making threats. McCarthy said prosecutors in Maryland do have an important new tool to go after parents. That's called Jaden's Law, which holds parents accountable if they fail to secure guns from kids 17 and younger. It was pushed through the Maryland General Assembly after a shooting at Great Mills High School in St. Mary's County that killed 17-year-old Jalen Willie. That happened back in 2018. Virginia has a similar law. It applies in cases of kids 14 and younger. Also in Virginia, an assistant principal was charged earlier this year with child abuse in Newport News for allegedly ignoring warnings that a 6-year-old had a gun in school. That child shot his teacher, you may remember, in that case. And also in 2022 in Baltimore, a woman went to prison after being convicted of reckless endangerment after a 9-year-old in her household got a hold of a pistol and shot a 15-year-old neighbor. That woman went to prison for 4 years. So prosecutors in Maryland and the other states surrounding Washington have been very active in trying to hold parents accountable. The takeaway point, McCarthy said, is that prosecutors and investigators across the country are on notice that communities expect authorities now to try to hold parents accountable with whatever statutes and laws a state may offer a prosecutor to use. Reporting live in Rockville, Scott Broom, WUSA 9.
I think back to a shooting in Michigan where the Crumley family, the 2 parents were held accountable in regard to that as well. Scott, appreciate you shedding some light on this for us tonight. Thank you.